Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Star Trek Voyager Season 2, Episode 3, Projections. I loved this episode. I thought it was so good and it was so well done, and I just was like on the edge of my seat throughout the whole thing, which is kind of funny because this is usually the format episodes that I really hate, and I've said that over and over again. I don't know why, maybe I'll figure it out during the course of this video, but I loved this one. So, first of all, there's so much to talk about. This episode was one of those 4 that was filmed during Season 1, but it was held back to Season 2. So that's kind of interesting, because I can't even imagine this being in that first season. This episode was directed by Jonathan Frakes, so that's kind of cool, aka Commander Riker. I believe he is the second Star Trek alum to direct Voyager, because I think LeVar Burton did one of the early Season 1 episodes. And this episode has Barclay in it, which I loved because I love Dwight Schultz as an actor. I think he's really good. And I think it's funny that if you don't count First Contact, he does more Voyager episodes than he did The Next Generation. But what I didn't like about this is that he's in the opening credits. And opening credits can be great and they can be terrible if they're not done right. And the fact that it says, like, special appearance by Dwight Schultz as Reginald Barclay, like, kind of ruined it for me, because I would much rather have seen him just pop up and then be like, holy shit, it's Barclay, rather than like be sitting there waiting for the whole thing. So I didn't like that. So overall, this episode is one of those, like, how do you know if it's real or is it fake? Is it a conspiracy? And typically those episodes don't do it for me. For whatever reason, probably because I just said Jonathan Frakes' name, the episode that really stands out for me is the one where Riker is in like the insane asylum and stuff like that. Because typically most episodes, most TV shows in general, not even Star Trek, just in general, they start in one place, that you go through a journey, and you end in basically the same place you started. Not a lot changes from beginning to end. It's all about the journey. And these episodes, like, they're all about, like, things are not what you think they are. It's totally different. It's just a dream. This is Dallas. But the time we get to the end of the episode, you know that you're going to end up back where you started. For whatever reason, I loved this one because it's all about the doctor, and Barclay shows up and is like, you're not the emergency medical hologram. You are a real, live human being. You are Dr. Zimmerman. And the doctor even pulls up a picture of Zimmerman, who, it's kind of funny, like, so because I did DS9 first, we've already seen him, but technically, if this was broadcast order, we wouldn't see him for a couple more seasons, but we do see Dr. Zimmerman in an episode of DS9, the Dr. Bashir, I presume, episode. But it's just kind of fun that they already know that it's Robert Picardo. So Barclay's just like, no, like, everything you think that you know is happening is real. You're the only real person here, and you're on a holodeck, and you've been here for, I think they say, like 6 hours or something, and you've you've basically immersed yourself in the hologram, the holodeck, and you've basically gone senile. Like, you need to get out of here, and we need to get you out. And so, like, he's having pain, and he's bleeding, and he's going through all of this different stuff, and he's like, and they try to shut down the hologram, and like Janeway disappear, or doesn't, but other people disappear, and it's just such a good episode to watch Barclay like walk the doctor through all of this. Like, no, this is all fake. And then it just gets more and more like immersive, where he's like, the only way you can get out of this is if you destroy the ship, because you program this to go on for weeks. And either like Voyager makes it home or they get destroyed. And the only way to end the program now is to destroy the ship. And so finally he's like, okay, I'll go ahead and destroy the ship. And right before he does, Chakotay shows up and is like, no, this is not real. You are the emergency medical hologram. The Captain Janeway said that you should take some vacation, some time off, and spend some time in the holodeck. And we're in some sort of anomaly, it's ruined the holodeck, and so now all of this pain you're feeling is your memory circuits being wiped. So you need to just sit tight, we'll save you if you just wait, but if you destroy the ship, like in this holoprogram, then you're going to wipe out all of your circuits in your memory and you will no longer exist. And so now the Doctor has to go through these different things. And at like one point, Kes shows up and Barclay's like, "That's your wife." And like this episode has like a lot of fake endings where finally, like, Chakotay saves him. He goes back to the medical bay, and Kes shows up and is like, "You never loved me." And it's like Barclay shows up again. But overall, like, I really liked this episode. There's some really great scenes where Barclay is trying to show the Doctor how it is a holoprogram, and he takes him back to the first episode, The Caretaker, where it's the same conversation repeated, where like Paris hands him the tricorder and he's like, "Medical tricorder," and gives it back to him, which I think there was a missed opportunity there, because the Doctor says, he's talking to Barclay and he's like, "If this is my program, why did I write Tom Paris to be so annoying?" And Barclay's like, "Oh, actually, I did that because I'm your assistant, and I modeled him after my cousin Frank." And I was like, if they didn't have to give him a last name, but if Barclay was like, "Oh, yeah, that was me. I named him, or I modeled him after my cousin, Nick," that would have been such a great thing to be like a shout out to Nick Locarno from the First Duty thing, because they're both played by Robert Duncan McNeil. So I think that was a great chance to just kind of throw it out there, but oh well, they didn't do it. But yeah, overall, I think this was a great episode. Barclay's one of my favorite characters, so to see him again was great, and I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was a lot of fun. So for those who have seen this one, what did you think about the Doctor? What did you think about seeing Barclay? And just kind of overall, what did you guys think? So thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching. You guys have no idea how much it means to me, and I will see you guys next time for an episode I don't know how to pronounce, Elegum. I don't know. I'll see you guys next time.